Hello, thank you for tuning in to Tuning Wheel Tarot. Gonna finish out the water signs bonus with Cancer. So if you have Cancer in your chart, this reading may resonate. If it does not, don't worry about it. Just a reminder that there's a Mars retrograde happening through mid-January. I don't know the exact date, but also Jupiter is finishing its retrograde period and turning direct in a few days. And Jupiter, the planet with 4 moons that are visible, the planet of expansion, the red spot. Although Mars is the red planet, right? Spirit, what do we have for Cancer? November bonus. Bonus time. Thank you, Spirit. Woohoo! There's that Mars energy, the Tower. So if things have felt recently like they were falling apart, maybe it's because this retrograde, instead of things falling into place, maybe things are falling out of place, and maybe they're doing so in a strong fashion, like just as easily as things that happen and turn out well, you're like, oh, it's so awesome how that came together, and then there's the days where it's like, oh, can anything else go wrong? That's kind of that Tower feeling. Okay, that's the strength of the Mars energy. It's also Scorpionic energy, and we are still in Scorpio season. So happy birthday, Scorpio, if you also have Scorpio in your chart. So Spirit, what else do we have for Cancer? Some 5 and 6 of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. These cards keep flipping. Spirit, what do we have for Cancer? Thank you. Okay. The Hermit. Hermitage. Virgo energy. Feeling sus. Feeling suspect. That's what's coming to my mind right now. And the thing is here, you're protected. You have this white cloak about you, Cancer. So, and kind of, it's kind of a misty type picture. And Cancer, I feel like a lot of times your energy is kind of that beacon for people, because you're kind of known as like the shoulder to cry on, or somebody who has an open heart. Even though this is Virgo here, but that's how I'm reading it for Cancer right now. So Spirit, what do we have else for Cancer? So this will be timeless reading. So again, if it does not resonate, don't make it fit. Spirit for Cancer, please. The 7 of Pentacles. Letting the garden grow. But in what direction? Yeah. Obviously, you're building a, I don't want to say a tower, but, you're building a vine, right? That's kind of how it's creeping up here. Before you know it, it's just going to multiply. Wow, I don't know who that was for, but that was a strong, I came through really strong. So, and that might be for a specific person, so if it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry about it, right? Spirit, what's in the outcome for our Cancers? So check all your placements in your chart, and definitely check out your sidereal chart. 9 of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. feeling good, getting that wish fulfillment that you've always dreamed about. Wherever I may roam. You know, that's kind of how the Nine of Cups is. It's like the Nine of Cups isn't necessarily dependent on others for creating that wish fulfillment and that happiness. So, Spirit, tell us more about this Mars Tower here in the recent past. Falling apart at the seams. Ooh, I'm looking for a new love baby, Gemini. Air energy. So word's on the street. There's something falling apart there. And like what I said, the opposite of falling into place, falling out of place. So falling out of favor with a lover, Spirit. Oh, wow. And the Ten of Cups. Damn. This seems like it would be the perfect union here. But for some reason, this tower is like raging. Okay. So, Spirit, let's see more about this Hermit energy. So yeah, that's a lot to think about. Because you would think like Ten of Cups and the Lovers is like something that would be positive, right? But it didn't work out that way. Now, for who? The Hermit's on its own journey here. Yeah, Cancer, I feel like that's you right now. You're kind of like that clammed up, you know, that hold up, closed up. That's the thing about Cancer energy is that they can kind of, you know, go into their shell. And a hermit is a kind of crab. So it's kind of like your spirit animal a little bit. So if you don't feel like so much like a shellfish, like maybe you have a shellfish allergy. Okay. So sorry if you do. But if that's, you know, not really your concern, but this, you know, he's kind of like the, you know, the Gandalf looking wizard here, you know, somebody who got really wise. He's also very old looking with this long beard. So, you know, a hermitage can last for how long, right? I mean, sometimes those monks, they go up. Yeah, like this guy is like, I'm making wine now and I'm like good with it. You know, so is he a wine peddler or is he one of the monks making the wine? I don't know. It's kind of dressed monkly, I think. All right, Spirit, just clarify this Hermit card, please, for Cancer. King of Pentacles. Wow. Sitting on a pile of diamonds. Jesus, what is going on here? Is that what this tower's uncovered? Spirit, what's going on? This Hermit, please, for Cancer energy. Jesus. The moon? Holy... I'll have you know I just ordered my Moonology deck. It's supposed to get here like in a couple days, so look for Moonology readings as well. That deck of cards. Cancer, I feel like you're kind of, I don't want to say stuck in the mud, but like you've kind of dug your heels in and have said, this is what I want. You know, like I'm comfortable here. So if that puts me in this kind of, you know, almost ghostly energy, because it's like you're out here by yourself, you know. And the thing again too with Jupiter turning direct, like, you know, the time for going inward will have kind of come to some sort of resolution, I feel anyway. At least that's what you're saying here with, I'm good in this comfort level with my pentacles and being able to kind of sit comfortably and reflect on my life, which, you know, the Hermit, you are going inward and reflecting. But here with the Moon card, it's more of a relaxed energy, right? And the Moon cards represent of Cancer, also, you know, Pisces too. But so your intuition is on point, I feel like Spirit is saying. Now, why you felt like you've needed to hide, kind of. I feel like that's what this is. It's like, yeah, you've put on this ghostly robe to kind of hide from this world because you had like the perfect world here, but it's you know, parked right next to this big tower. And so that doesn't lead to a stable foundation, you know, does it? Like that needs some rebuilding. But you've rebuilt here with the King of Pentacles, which is, you know, the finances and, you know, like a house to live in or something. You know what I mean? Like kind of those tangible everyday things. And with the Moon here, I feel like your emotional health has as well has, you know, been cared for with this hermitage time. So moving forward, I feel like this is some kind of side opportunity for you, Cancer, because you have a lot of stability here, especially with the King of Pentacles. All right, Spirit, let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. Seven of Pentacles, please, Spirit, for Cancer. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, here it goes. Ooh, Five of Cups. Okay. So, yeah, I'm getting that song. Been hanging around this town, the corner. Like literally hanging around. I feel like, you know, this, you know, maybe coming out of this, well, coming into Jupiter direct, but there's still, especially for masculine energy, you know, this Mars retrograde, you might feel kind of stagnant. There might be some kind of, you know, like hurt feelings kind of stuff going on, and you know, feeling kind of a stuck energy and like, okay, well, I don't really know what to do about that. So and the thing is the hangman you can release yourself at any time. So you're like, so can I go? Or like, are we good? Like, you know, so I don't know what the deal is. And maybe that's just like, maybe you've come to, you know, the end of a friendship or something, and, you know, you just saw the true colors, you know, here, you know, like with the Sun card on the bottom of the deck, and it was just like, you know, it is what it is, right? So, you know, that's kind of where like the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, it's not like a bad card, but it's just kind of like, okay, you know. Because you're like, all right, can I just like skip past to this, you know, skip forward to the Nine of Cups energy? That would be great. And see, you know, what's going on and live my life, you know. And that's that emotional fulfillment too, Cancer. And, you know, Cancer is just one of those that's kind of, you know, I feel like very vocal about their kind of wants and desires. So yeah, 3 of Wands. And maybe you're going to like take some time to travel and explore that, you know, what that means for you, Cancer. Spirit, what else do we have here for 9 of Cups for Cancer? Ooh, 10 of Wands. So if you don't get out there, like, I feel like you're kind of gonna feel like you're bumming around a little bit. And, you know, you don't want to be staying in this stuck energy. Yeah, you have the Emperor here, and that's, you know, standing up straight. Yeah. So I feel like there's, you know, brighter days on the horizon. You know, while you have the time in this hermit energy, and, you know, maybe that means, you know, not responding to messages, or, you know, like taking a break from your social media, things of that nature. So, you know, people might say like, where have you been? And it's like, you know what, I'm just chilling, hanging out with myself, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, cool down, everybody, right? But, you know, for some folks that's just not enough, right? So then it becomes this kind of like drama, you know, and it's like, well, you have to decide then, Cancer, are you going to like hang around that forever and play the fool, like pity? Literally, I pity the fool, right? Oh, pity the fool. There's a Tedeschi Trucks version of that song. I'll pin to the description when I get around to that. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. All right, let's get a meditation card, please, for Cancer. I believe there is a new moon coming up as well, so that's a good time to set new intentions. So if you are trying to manifest, you know, some 7 of Pentacles energy, you know, getting on the flip side, you know, just focusing on like maybe your career, you know what I mean? Just, you know, focusing on remembering what brings you that stability, okay, in the first place. Yeah. And, you know, the King of Pentacles, he's kind of, you know, authoritarian a little bit. Like, he's not afraid to, like, speak his piece. Whereas, you know, the Hangman's just kind of a wishy-washy, more type of energy. And then, you know, coupled with emotions, like, it's like, okay, well, are they really that upset, or are they just like, you know, crying over spilled milk? Like, I don't know. You know, that's something you're gonna have to decide, Cancer. Like, you know, you're the one who knows, you know, the people that you're dealing with. Oh, stillness. Wow, and it's like, and it just got cold here, and it has even snowed and stuff, so it's kind of cool that this card popped out. What does it say here, Cancer? Wow, look at those bubbles. Be still and observe the forms passing through you, as a tree observes birds flying about its branches. Thoughts, emotions, beliefs may alight for a time, but will inevitably fly away. You remain. Okay, so that's a good kind of talking about like meditation itself, because a lot of people are like, oh, I I can't empty my head, or I can't think about one thing, or blah, blah. And, you know, meditation isn't so strict in that way for, you know, to be beneficial. So like as the book was saying, you know, allowing thoughts to form and then pass. Like, you know, I did a meditation exercise one time where the visualization was to, you know, picture whatever that thought was as a cloud, you know, passing through the sky. And then, you know, and then there's another cloud that comes up, and, you know, maybe that's thinking about whatever, you know, something new. Maybe, you know, and it doesn't have to be. So you know, there are times when you might be able to achieve some stillness of thought in that way if it's something that you desire to achieve for a peaceful state. Just being able to let the thoughts pass on is enough as well, right? But anyway, in remembering that you remain, like you are not just, you know, everybody can have a bad thought or a bad day. That doesn't mean that you are a bad person. That just means that you had a bad experience, okay? So, and the moon is that kind of energy that will, you know, strip any of those illusions and, you know, bring to light to you that, you know, you should have that new hope within yourself, okay? And especially when you have stillness, then it's like, you know who you are, Cancer, right? And I feel like that's kind of, you know, one of those criticisms of the water signs. It's like, oh, they're so wishy-washy and things like that. Because you're talking about emotions, and emotions can change. But again, you know who you're dealing with. So healing. So Cancer, maybe this is a time where you need to go within and heal yourself. A lot of times I know Cancers are outwardly focused with their healing, because people know they have a lot of caring energy and people are attracted to them and that sort of thing. But, you know, making time to yourself, using that kind of hermit energy, right? Like, don't be afraid to, like, you know, take a break from, you know, social media for a minute, or even, you know, maybe not going to that party, you know, that like somebody invited you to, and it was like, okay, well, thanks, but, you know, like, you appreciate the the effort, right? And but focusing on your pentacles here is what Spirit's going to say is guiding you that's going to get you this wish fulfillment, this nine of cups, so that you're going to be setting yourself up to succeed. Okay. All right, Cancer, that is all I have for your bonus reading this month. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and please consider hitting subscribe and the notification bell if you would like to be informed of future videos. And check out some of my other videos if you like this one. And have a good time. Thanks. Bye.